Okay, so this is episode 6. And in this episode, I'm still dealing with anger, like I did in the previous episode. So I just want to cover a few more points from that Wikipedia article on anger, because that's what the basis for the previous episode was. So I just want to touch on a couple of points and then reflect again. So I just want to get that. So the last kind of point that I stopped on was on kind of point 6 of my document here, and I specifically stopped at anger is used as a protective mechanism to cover up fear, hurt, or sadness. Anger becomes the predominant feeling behaviorally, cognitively, and physiologically when a person makes the conscious choice to take action to immediately stop the threatening behavior of another force. Okay, so I'm not going to go into detail of that one right now, but I'm going to step on to the next one. So the next kind of point for me that stood out from that Wikipedia article was the external expression of anger can be found in facial expressions, body language, physiological responses, and at times public acts of aggression. I mean, I'm pretty sure we've all experienced anger in a family setting, in a family environment, amongst our friends, where anger is spilled out. And usually that anger spills out in the form of facial expressions, body language. I mean, we've all seen it. We've all seen anger. Anger is not a nice thing. Anger is one of those things that happens and then there's nothing else. Sometimes it feels like anger is the only thing that pervades the whole thing. So anger is ugly. I feel anger is ugly. It's an ugly thing. So for instance, also on the Wikipedia article, animals, for example, make loud sounds, attempt to look physically larger, bare their teeth, and stare. I don't know if you've ever stared at a dog directly in its eyes. I mean, eventually that dog perceives it as a threat. If you look at a dog directly in its eyes, that it sees it as a threat, and it will respond in ways. It will stop barking at you, it will growl at you, and it will want to bite you. So it's not a good idea to stare an animal in general directly in its eyes, because it will respond in an angry way because it sees it as a threat. Okay, so the behaviors associated with anger are designed to warn aggressors to stop their threatening behavior. Rarely does a physical altercation occur without the prior expression of anger by at least one of the participants. This is true. I mean, anger is not a natural state. Anger is not a natural state that you're in. Anger is not a natural state that you're in. Anger is not a natural state of mind. It's not a natural state for you to be in, and you won't act on that anger in a violent way, for instance, just out of nothing. A violent action or something, or a violent expression or whatever, is precipitated by anger. I mean, because when we're angry, we don't want to go into a physical altercation, because a physical altercation might mean bodily harm. But if we're in a position where we don't see any other course of action as appropriate, then we might go into a physical altercation. And yeah, I mean that makes sense. I mean, you don't go and get involved in a physical altercation because you might get hurt. I mean, nobody wants bodily harm on them or whatever. But that's my feel about that. Okay, so while most of those who experience anger explain its arousal as a result of what has happened to them, psychologists point out that an angry person can very well be mistaken because anger causes a loss in self-monitoring capacity and objective observability. That's totally true. When you're angry, you lose your self-observability, so you don't look at yourself anymore. You just go with emotion, and you you can lose yourself in the emotion. So anger is definitely something you can lose yourself in. Okay, so I think that's it for now. I will do another one. This anger thing is not done yet.